So one project, we received a grant a couple years ago to build a studio space. And we've had a studio here for a number of years. It's inspired by the ateliers in the schools of Reggio Emilia, where children are, where the focus really is on supporting children's creative expression and recognizing that children demonstrate knowledge in many, many different ways. And for some children, they demonstrate knowledge through writing or through talking or through math concepts or through dance or through the graphic arts. And so the studio is a place that really focuses on helping children express that knowledge in many, many different ways, including real graphic arts materials. So we have, like I said, had a studio in different classrooms for a number of years, but it's always kind of had to move when we've adjusted programming and had to have more classrooms. So we received a grant to build a studio out in our lobby space where it could have a permanent home. And we wrapped up building of that last October. And so we were just starting to kind of figure out how to use the space when COVID hit, the pandemic hit, and we had to close. And so that has also been something that we've been working on this school year, is how to incorporate that and how to make sure that teachers feel comfortable working in that space and really building in systems so that children have opportunities to engage in that space.
Yeah, I think definitely COVID has changed a lot of things. Like, I know one of the things that you guys had mentioned was how the classrooms had to be even split in groups of smaller children. So like it's a maximum of 9 children per class to keep the social distancing. So I could see how that would be a project of its own. But I also noticed the studio in the lobby area. So it's nice that it's in an area where everyone could access it and see it instead of being solely in one classroom.
Right.
So I'm going to ask, there's so many questions I would like to ask you because this is all so interesting. But I'm going to wrap it up by asking you one more question that I would really like to know. What are the prospects, like how do you see this job changing over the next 10 years? Like what kinds of differences do you expect to see in the field?
That's a really interesting question. I hope, and a lot of my interest in the past couple years has been on bringing more advocacy and understanding to the work that we do, because I think so often the general public thinks, when they think about preschool, they think, oh, they're just playing with children, or they're babysitters. You know, they don't really understand the real work that we do and the importance of it. So I would hope that that Arlit can play a role in helping the broader community understand and value that work. That would be what I would hope would happen.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's interesting that you mentioned that because I definitely do not think that it's just babysitting. Like, I feel like this is where it starts. Like, the foundation for our entire community starts in preschool, where kids are learning for the first time. You know, they're away from their homes for the first time, and that's where it all starts. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I hope that a lot of people can come across this and learn a lot from you. So thank you so much for talking about your role here at Arlit.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.